Okay, so I've got this thing in my email here. I double click on it. Opens up here. Now I'm gonna save this here on my desktop.
There's actually 4, but there's 3 on
Save.
there. There's the Fun Money Casino.
On my
There's a category.
desktop.
You'll see the animation
Save.
box.
And now I'm gonna open a program.
There's the
It's
games
called
room.
omnigraffle.
And Thunderhead Racing. There's another that we put on
And
there
I'm
that
gonna
we
put
haven't built
a
up, which is called
letter
Games
portrait. That's gonna be
and
my
references.
shape size. I'm gonna close this.
Okay, those are really the 4 main
So now I'm
areas of
gonna
our
put
business
this here.
that we focus on to
And
capture,
then here I'm gonna take,
we're going to call anchor
I'm
activities.
gonna try to
that people
put
would be
this here,
having when
Control A,
thinking of
Control
the
C.
event. So, Fun
I
Money
might be able
Casino
to just
is
copy
a
and
very
paste
many
straight into this here.
organization. We're to the corporate, primarily to the corporate event side. So then, optimizing
It may not work.
Fun Money Casino. Then, when I bring this to your attention now, are you able to jump on Google or find out
Okay,
within the realm of Fun Money Casino, corporate casino
I'm
parties,
gonna stop this
what
here.
are going to be the most searched? So we can
Command.
really optimize this.
Option escape, I think, yeah. Foursquare. Okay, I'm gonna start this again here. Omnigraffle. And that's kind of like Photoshop, but it's an app that works really well on Mac.
Oh, I see.
And then and it's also a lot simpler, I think, than Photoshop. Now, Daryl might disagree with me, but this is so I've got this thing here.
Right.
And
So
actually,
and
let's-
maybe as a
let's make a
as
new one
a,
that's gonna be
as a
letter
traction is we're gonna
portrait.
start with
So now what I'm gonna do is
looking
I'll go
inside
back to
these 4
here,
key categories. What are the anchor
and I'm gonna
products
say,
in there? And see if we can define
put this full
some of the
size.
keywords there. And then once we get through
and then
those,
I'll make
then
this
look
a
at
little bit
from
bigger.
that process, hopefully we'll get a better
Just
sense
like
of who
that.
we are. And then we can look at the larger corporate terms like event planner.
Then I'm gonna take a snapshot
event
of that.
production, where you think we might get the most traction based
Like a
on
screenshot?
what the
Screenshot,
keywords
yes,
might be
exactly.
worth.
So
And
now
then
I've got
representing
this.
Who would find this?
Now
who
if
are
I
we?
go
'Cause
here,
I've never done this really to this level before.
I can take a copy of that snapshot and bring this to here. Okay, so now I'm gonna make this small. And then now I'm gonna need to resize this, but when I resize this, I need to make sure that it stays the right proportion. That, like, if I squeeze it like this,
Oh, I see
then
what
it
you're
doesn't
saying.
look good.
Yeah.
So I'll go here in the no scaling here, I'll see maintain aspect ratio. So now when I do this, it always stays the right size. And I'll make it until it fits on one page. So now that's one piece of
Yes,
paper.
exactly.
So if you email it back to them, they'll be able to print it.
I see. Yeah.
So about like that.
Okay, could I do some brainstorming? Let's just start with
So
Fun
now
Money
I'm
Casino,
gonna
and I'll
make
throw
this
some
bigger.
words at you, and then we can narrow it down.
My
Is
window
that a good
bigger.
way to start?
Now, what do you want to do here?
I really need only the access.
Okay.
Okay,
So here
and-
it is.
And
Fun
would you
Money
actually
Casino.
would you rather actually have only this part here?
Now,
Like,
what is your experience in?
do you want to
plural
show the
or
whole
non-plural? So Fun Money
floor
Casino,
plan,
Fun Money
or would you like to
Casinos,
have
is
just
there
this
one that's
part
more
on that
set
sheet?
than the
Because
other?
if we put only that part, then it's going to be bigger. So you'll have more space to
Yeah.
put more
which
detail.
I think it would be good.
Okay, well then I'll go back here, and then I'll
Perfect. So
close
then,
this here.
casino parties.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So
corporate
open this again.
Casinos, corporate
Make
casino
it
parties.
bigger. And then so what you want is, do you need this part here?
Not, I don't
So,
think
so you only really need this part here.
Can you think of some
Might
other,
be good for
or
people
is
to
there
see
anything else on
where's
your
the
list
service
that's kind of
elevator
showing
where
in
we're
this
loading
realm?
in, but I
That's
don't
gonna be,
really where we're
Yeah.
putting all the games is just
exactly, casino
It's just this part here.
rentals.
Well, maybe what we can do is just blow this up, and then they've got this thing too.
yeah.
Like, and then if you send an email, you can send an email of that and that, so they can see where it fits. But so it's only this part here that you need,
Yes.
like the
The
Tuscany and Lombardy.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go like this here, and you don't really need the service corridor.
Yeah, exactly. What we want to
Okay, so I'll put
differentiate
like
is
this
that,
here.
that we're, Fun Money Casino, not the.
And actually, before I do this, I'll make it bigger here,
A casino.
because it's really taking a snapshot of my screen. So if I make my screen bigger, then we've got more. So I'll go like this here.
You better believe it.
Like that.
Yes, we'll pencil that in.
So now I'll go back on my
Also, they have
desktop.
Premium casinos.
Control
Premium
A,
fun
Control
money
C.
casino.
So I took a copy of it. Now I'm gonna put this, delete this one, paste this one
And I
instead.
don't know if fun money
Again,
is
no
just
scaling. I'm
premium
gonna put
casino,
maintain
or
aspect
premium
ratio.
Fun money, what you could maybe let me know
I'll
what
make
is
that smaller
more optimum.
so that fits in one sheet. And then now, what kind of games do you want to put in here?
So what I'm proposing is a travel,
Okay,
which is an odd shape.
Yeah.
Um,
Do
So
we have
now-
casino parties?
at the back
let's see here.
and right in the middle of the back.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting
So
here.
that gives us, now we have some equipment
I mean, it could
references,
be
we
a
have casino
circle.
parties. Oh,
I'm gonna put, yeah, like this
casino
here.
fundraisers.
Probably like this here. Let's see here.
And then would there be
Yeah,
something
okay.
like
So I can go like this.
tournaments? Is there like a tournament, like a fun money
So I'll
tournament?
go,
or
and then
casino
that's about- that's-
tournaments?
okay, go like this.
Yeah, because we have the
like
equipment
this.
too that can be rented for a tournament.
Now I'll take
Well,
this here.
yeah, this is in the template, telling somebody what to put in the calendar.
It'll
So
probably
in
get
line
chopped.
one of the calendar, they want this.
Yeah, because we just want to come up with our top 3 or 4 for each category.
In line two, they want the location. In line three, they want the
Okay.
inventory. Line four, they
So
want.
we jump
the
over
design.
to
I'll
games
do is I'll
room
go
Line
like this
five,
here,
breakdown.
and then
Okay.
I'll go like this.
Now, what I was,
Okay,
the
so
website
that's
is completely my own content, so again,
Good.
good, bad, or indifferent. What I was trying to do
See,
is
this
think
this
of
I
words
think they're
that
trying to
Google,
standardize.
that were already built into
Okay,
the minute
so now, oh,
and
almost,
then
okay.
bring them and introduce
Do this
them
again.
into the content description.
And I can go like
So,
from there.
games
And now
room,
that's not to
table
scale, but that's gonna
games,
give us a good idea of what that is. So could go
front
like
runners, of
this
course.
maybe, this, and then enter. Okay, so now I can take this and move.
Because we have, we have the question mark,
Just like
question mark,
this.
question mark for the stampede, for the,
Maybe like that.
so we have to put what they wanna rent in there, right? Because otherwise. so if
Game
you-
rentals, I think, is a big one.
where's that?
Yes. Yeah.
We can scale it once we get it. into
Yes,
the-
that's right.
And I think game,
Okay, so they don't
yes.
have-
Okay, so
when I
now I've
said-
got
when I
this
came
thing
up with
here.
the games room, that's something that's.
I
our
should be
term. I don't
able
think
to-
many people are gonna search that. So, yeah.
So now it says
Now,
that
again, this
it's
is where your instincts and your experience and there are table games. Inside the games room it is a category that introduces you to
I've
got-
anything that people use that would have fun with.
okay. Well, do you know what the dimension of this thing here is? Okay, so what I'll do is I'm gonna make
Yeah.
a square here
No, I
from
should send you my
ear
link because my link
to
is
ear.
better. The website is
Now,
an old
I'll
kind
put
of
this
outdated.
ear into.
It has to be updated a little bit, but you'll get a sense.
It says
You'll
inches
see-
here. I'm gonna work
you'll see
in
the different sports
in
that are being-
points.
So sport
Points
games.
are like parts of the screen.
Okay.
So now that tells me that this thing here is 414 points
There's
wide.
photo graffiti or
I
what we call
see.
flip books. These are things that if you went to an event.
That's right. Yes.
Or if you,
Yes.
done
And then how long is that thing normally?
300 of these.
85 feet.
What you would
And
do if you're really
so that's-
tight teams is that you're gonna have a photo booth
So
set up. They're gonna
414
photo booths.
is equal to 85
And
feet.
then we'd have themes. So
And then let's see if that's scaled.
you would have a
The
master
other
race,
side is 180,
and you would take
and that's
pictures where
equal to
all 4 of you having fun in theme.
These
You would dress up,
37,
maybe have
37,
faces.
74.
So these are
37.
open photo
Oh,
booths.
yeah, that's
Photo
37.
booths.
That's 37.
yeah, yeah. And then what I've got this length here is 180. So so if I said
Yeah, flip books.
In essence, it's
Yeah.
a big square room almost because the walls. This wall.
yes, okay.
Flip books.
So I'll just say here. I just want to make sure that it works well here.
Yeah, and I'm pulling some of
85.
these headers right out of what's going to be inside.
So 85. 414s of wide, 180
Monica.
times.
Can I?
So that's
can you find me
36.9.
email
So
that I
that's
send,
this is
to
to
you?
scale. So now
this is
that's
gonna
what
make
that
it
is. Now how
really
big is
easy.
this thing here normally?
It's going to be 40 feet from there to there, or 40 points.
So 40. So that's gonna be
No.
414 divided
40
by
by
85 equals 414. 85 divided. Now there's a way of doing that like automatically, but
Mhm.
I'm just gonna do it like this so it goes fast. So it's 4.87 point per feet.
Yeah, and then as soon as you send,
So you
get
said that it's
email,
40?
I'm gonna forward you a link,
40
and this is our directory. This
40
is
from here to
why
here,
these keywords are
and
so
30
important. Is
in
inside
width.
this directory,
Okay,
we
so
had
I'm
talked
just gonna
about
go like this
representing
here.
everything that you could ever
This
think
might
of
drop.
within the entertainment industry. We want to be able to document it,
Oh,
provide
I
it
can
with
say
pictures,
switch.
give it a price,
Store in
descriptions,
M1.
power requirements,
We
and
call
all the
M1.
different
Okay.
variables. So
40
that event planners
times.
or people
So it's
that
gonna
are
be
looking to
195.
produce any kind of event
So if I
will
put this
ultimately
thing here
find us,
now at
first of all, by
195,
these keywords that would introduce us to the
so
things
that's
that would most likely
yeah,
be
and
part
then
of their
it
product.
maintains the aspect ratio. But now I'm gonna
And then
remove
from
that.
there, introduce them to
And
the
then
whole
what's the
gamut of
size the
what's
other
in
way?
industry when we
that?
send them this
What's the
link.
size the
There's
other
only
way?
our 4 categories at the moment. I got it, by the way.
Oh, the width
Yeah,
But
is 30.
He had this as.
30
we are going to have
times,
this
so that's
grow out to
146.
encompass catering, entertainers, themes, all those things. It's an ongoing growing opportunity.
Does that make sense? 30 by 40?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a standing room, but that's the dimensions we always quote to people. Doesn't
Oh.
look right, though, does it?
Well, I think it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like the pictures I've seen either.
But he was making it so that all you
Well, no,
see is
it's,
4 points and each one of those.
It's
comments
curved.
Yes,
And all those
So
details
it's,
are underneath it.
it's rounded, but,
and it's also your racetrack is smaller than the room that you put around it.
the racetrack is small. Yeah, true.
So maybe if I put this like 100 here, does it look a bit more like that perhaps?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I'll just make this here. Does that sound like? What I'll do is I'll do this again like this here. So this thing is going to be,
We can even just do a box.
yeah, 194
Now that I think about it.
by, let's say, 100. And then now if I said, I'll make another box. This box here is going to be 194, 2 divided 97. So now if I line this up, I'll take my grid off. Okay, so now this is lined up here, so now I can take this here and go from this here.
Hi Monica, how you doing? It's the second time. I'm on my cell phone and my phone is, or either my cell phone provider or my phone is dropping
Okay,
out every
this.
once in a while.
Now I can move this thing on top
Okay,
of
I-
this. I'll say 4.
Yes, I did call back and I
Front.
went to the area code 104 and it went to John's voicemail. Is that correct or? Okay. That's correct.
I had two
And it
messages.
took me to John's voicemail.
Oh, the one is for him that he's doing it, and the other one I called.
To Karen? To Karen?
Okay.
Someone wants a bowl for a little bit of the Jeff Lynn at the end of April.
Okay, perfect. Now, did you get the link?
Awesome. I just gotta get it pulled out.
Okay, now this is a nice clean version, and what this is,
Okay, so that's
a
kind of
touchscreen
it.
directory. So if you're on an iPad or a tablet device, in the future, anybody that's looking to
And then
book
that
events,
kind
or
of
if you're an event
looks
planner,
like-
you would have this directory available,
Yeah,
and
that's
you would be
pretty
able
much
to
the same.
show
Okay.
your customers what's available by using the touchscreen navigation
So I
system.
can bring this
So-
up here,
Right. So if we
And
were in
then that
games
would
room,
be,
so now to get an idea of what's in the games room,
put
you're
text
gonna be able
here,
to see the
try
inflatables, mechanical games.
oval,
And this is a big one. We want to
race,
link the mechanical bowl
track. And racetrack, do you put that as,
back into
one word,
the
two
sort of
word?
games room. So when we do the PPG around the mechanical bowl, we want to link it also into this broader.
It's
There's
two
mechanical
words.
Okay.
sharks, surfboards,
Yeah, if I take
snowboards. There's these
this.
secondary opportunities.
format, send to back?
Isn't that
Locked.
sweet? Yeah,
Oh, no, I'll see, format.
sweet. And what is in
Back.
what is in here for you, Monica, to choose? If you're on the shark right now, you're going to see that we have our slide bar for the different pictures.
Oh, okay.
So of course, these are all yours. You can just select the pictures that you want, and you're free. Then you can just download those, of course, by copying them, and then put them right onto our website or any material. If you
Okay,
need
so
a
yeah, so
larger
that's what you
version of these,
Okay, so
for
that's what that
example,
is.
If we were to do a
Wow.
billboard, you
Okay.
need a medium
Now,
res or something that's bigger than the.
what's
the
the next
200
one?
and- It should be all
Everything is
250K
really
and
just, we'll
smaller.
just do rectangles now?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But if you want
Just to
a
keep
larger
Yes,
version
yes.
of them,
No, I'm
then
impressed
you can
though.
just let me know which ones you want,
the
and I will pull
pro
them
launch is
off
gonna go in this corner,
my
Okay.
photo
and it's
gallery, and I'll send you
18
the
feet.
originals.
Wide,
Okay, so,
like 20 feet long.
so it's gonna be
Okay.
18 by 20,
Mhm.
and so if I go, we call this 18
Yeah, so once they
times
have this link, they can find by
So
using the
that's
surfing, they can,
87
you know, if you wanted to
by
do a campaign on the mechanical
20,
bowl, which you're going to be doing for the
enter, we
PPG,
call this
then you would
times-
go back and click on
97.
mechanical games, then see the
So this
mechanical
thing
bowl,
here is
click on
gonna be,
that, and there's
Um,
there's your
87,
a starting point for some pictures. If you
97,
want something more specific, I have
like
a
that.
whole bunch more,
Now,
but at least you've got
what I
something
can do
there
here is,
that you can grab.
there's a rotation thingy, so I can just turn it like this a
Mm.
little bit,
Okay.
put it
And actually, I
here.
wasn't even gonna turn it, Bill said don't not to do
Mhm.
that. He's
Okay,
just
so-
gonna straight.
Oh, okay, well then, 0, like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And another
Yep,
one on the
so-
other side.
So when I'm
Is
done
that
this, I
Yep,
will
and that's
forward
gonna
you,
be
because I know we're doing
12
mechanical
feet.
bowls, I'm gonna forward you a
12
bunch
by-
of more
Wide by
emailable,
20
like
feet.
250K
20,
pictures
so
of our
that's
bowl,
12, enter. we
along
call
with
this
some
times
racetracks and some what we're gonna
58.
call Western themed ideas that we're gonna use the mechanical bowl PPVG to flow people
Okay,
into
like
these
this.
stampede events, and then
Yep.
these other elements like racetracks.
And then, do you want a
But
dance
it's the bowl
floor?
that will capture
Yeah, so
them, and
she
then
wants a
ultimately
20
that gets
foot by
fed back to our
20 foot dance
website,
floor, right
or
in the-
to us for
well,
order.
I'm thinking in the middle, so it'll go over top of that.
Yeah, and then this thing here,
Is this helpful, or
There's
not
gonna
talking- this
be,
is- this information is all very, very good for you?
20 by 20, so that means 97 by 97.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'll take this here, and I'll make this 180 times 2, so that's going to be 360.
Yes, so now when
So
we're
that's the
inside
whole
of the
thing.
games room,
And then
You'll
4
be
by
able to
4
see,
super checks.
Okay,
our
4
table
by
games
4.
has to be, that's something that can be searched.
so it's going to be 4,
You know,
enter
the
this.
individual games that are
times-
inside there
So that's
probably are
19.
not good use of keywords,
This.
right? So we'll just go table games.
19, 19. Okay,
And then a 4 by 8.
Then we could use
Kind of
Okay, so that's
sports
gonna be
games and game
2
games,
times
maybe. Is that
39.
strong. Yeah.
And then do you want it
Yes,
like this
I'd love
here,
to.
or do you want it the other way?
No, that way's good actually, I think.
Okay.
Okay,
Then we had photo
And
booths
then a
and flip
circle.
books,
okay.
If, or unless it's too hard.
mechanical
No,
games.
circles
Is that
easy. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. It's
Okay.
an 18 by 18.
And
so
then
I
there
don't
are
know how I can
inflatables, but we're
use
gonna have to
those.
end up dropping this 'cause
So 18
this is gonna be
enter.
huge, but Let's just take those.
The diameter
Let's just take those as key, good
Yeah.
keywords, because they will. The
Recall
games room now
them
we've
one
addressed
time.
these
So that's going to be
subcategories,
87,
and
88.
people looking for these subcategories can now find them.
And actually, this is exactly the way that you've told me.
Okay.
That's the way it's going to take it here.
Okay.
It's 88 by 88. Because if you give it other dimension, it becomes an oval.
I see.
Right.
So
So let's
that's going
click
to
on
be
that.
here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Wow, that's pretty tight now, isn't it?
and then there's going to be RC soccer.
Yeah, 18 by 25.
Now this is
Okay, so
something
that's
we.
going to be
So when you click on these, we'll click
87.
on stock card tracks first.
And then 25.
And you're gonna see
Enter, recall
this is a
times
proprietary
122.
to us. These are our tracks. We build these, so if you click on the large super
Okay,
speedway,
so, oops. Lock this here.
and when you look at those pictures, you're seeing that this is,
Maybe I can
It's
move
mammoth.
this up like this here.
it's unbelievable from promotions. So
We can
now
move
we
that
do
up and move
in,
the bowl
we also
Then I
have
can
an
move
event
this
promotion,
here
so,
like this.
that
That
can
would
now
be the center
introduced
of the
because
room.
That's what the purpose of these tracks are.
Move the
they're
track
interactive
back a little bit
promotions
then, right
or,
against the wall.
Marketing, branding.
So if I
So-
move this, maybe like this.
I don't know how that could be massaged into a searchable term.
And I
And
would actually bring the dance floor a little bit far forward, I think.
Okay, like this.
Yeah.
And then, so that's the bowl here,
I've moved the bowl
Okay,
over
yeah.
to the corner a little bit more, I think.
like
Yeah.
this here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, they're
so now I can
they're
delete
branding,
this here.
they're interactive branding or interactive promotion tools. I don't know.
Oh, that's locked.
I say that means nothing. How do we
unlock.
get that into a searchable term?
Okay, so now
Activity
we
branding.
would need to label these things.
Is that,
And then, so now on
But
the
when you
floor
look at
plan
this,
I
and
sent,
if you wanted people
I
in
actually
your
add
experience
pictures.
come
Would you
and
like to have
rent these for
pictures
corporate events
of the
team
things?
building.
Of the
So there's team
activities,
building
yeah.
in this
Yeah,
big
okay.
track.
Well,
There's marketing
already
and
got
promotions, as you can see. Look at the
pictures.
size of the crowds.
I already sent her.
Well, we can go through it
It's a
and then
tool
you'll
for
see.
Oh, so each
networking,
of them would be
for
a picture
corporate
of.
networking and
Well,
interactive
what I
promotions,
had
team
done
buildings,
for
and competitions.
if I go back to my
So
email
what
here,
words would you? How would you? What
If I
words would you
just go like
choose to
this
direct
here.
people to this?
Yes.
like what I add is I add this and then I add lines saying what it is and then a picture of what that is.
Okay. And whereabouts?
You know
is
what?
that?
Just because she does have pictures of everything,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Okay.
And
Will anybody search that?
So now let's. I'll put some text anyways. So now this one is going to be mechanical bull.
And in the industry, there's probably a buzzword for it.
And then
yes,
displays,
here I can go like
corporate
this.
displays.
And could I get an actual address?
You know, that might be
Fit.
it.
So now
'Cause-
let's
'cause-
see what my text
Because
is like.
there's display companies, and when somebody looks at this is a very specific market, but it is
Okay.
like trade show displays. And you
Now
go,
this
our
one
products and
here,
services can be
that's
at
the
that side.
RC
For
soccer.
the trade show industry,
RC
and for
soccer.
yeah.
This one is going to be the dance floor.
You put LED dance
You
floor?
have- would
Sorry.
you have
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
going on, or
Beautiful.
just the casino?
And then this one is
Now, is there anything
Super
specific
checks.
to our racetracks?
No,
How would
this-
you how would you
Super
direct people to these
All right, so
check.
there's
radio
some
control
size
tracks?
as well.
so this one I'll just put it like beside like this,
You know, usually look at
Perfect.
like 55%.
something like that.
Very nice.
Now this one here is
It's
what?
a top shot hockey.
So, yeah,
Yep.
depending on what
Top
else is going on,
shot.
you might add more tables or less.
Um,
but it sounds
okay, I don't know if that's
like,
gonna fit,
You might wanna go a little bit higher.
How
Top
about
shot
if
Yeah,
hockey. Yee.
participate, yeah.
let's
And
see if
you
I put
have-
it like
This is
this.
the big one. This is
Here we
where you
go.
get a hi-fi all the way from
And then that's the
Canada
porch.
if you get this one right.
Pro launch
Lounge driving cage. You can fit
And
in
for
that.
driving.
how early can we get in?
Okay.
And then the air hockey.
Yes.
Okay, so again like this.
If you can get that one, racing events up to the top of our organics.
You
That's
said
another
it's-
hub.
Okay.
For charity? Okay, so
And
I'm gonna
let's
send
put
you
this
some-
I think so. Racing event and corporate racing.
And you see,
event.
as I move the stuff, it always lines up. Like if I go like this here, and I try to get like see when I got that line here, it lines up there with there. So I know that it's lined up. I can take it there and just move it a bit closer.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's really good. Like if I wanted to take this here and move it to the center of that thing
Yeah.
and the center, let's say, of, see now it's at the center of this and I can move, so it's the center of this and
You're all over it. That's what you're thinking is so important.
Very nice.
When I
so
did this
that's
list, I didn't
that.
come up with totally the wrong things because I see
and
it not
then-
from the customer, I see it from, from the event side.
Like that.
And that's,
And then we'll go from
who's
there.
looking for
Is there
this?
something
How would
else
they
that you
find it?
need?
All right, excellent.
Not really. I mean, she's an event planner too,
Yes,
so I
Yeah.
think she'll.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. All
I
right.
mean,
Yep.
I could fill in some
Thanks so
cocktail
much.
tables.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's easy.
That's just
How
my
big-
suggestion.
How big is a table?
I think you've nailed it
3
by
feet,
being
okay.
just that simple. What we did is we did the trade show,
3
and then we
and
had
10,
racetrack.
call
We had
this
3
times
racetracks, racing.
15,
and
so that's
rentals.
gonna be
Yes, well done.
this
Monica,
year.
you are excellent at this. So we'll go
Um,
back out now. And
15,
next up will be
15.
themes and rentals.
Special pays to go through the process, because I thought,
So
actually, I guess it's
what
pretty
you're going to
close
see
to
here
what
is
I came up
only
with.
one. you're gonna
But
see
still, yeah.
It
The
looks
Western?
a little tighter, it looks a little bit more, it's like,
Because that's as far as I built out to. So next
so now
week
we've
we're going
got
to
2
have Western
tables
themes,
in
Hawaiian,
between these things, maybe.
medieval, Casino Royale,
Yeah.
things we've done, but I just
Now
haven't
we
got
could
them on here
have-
yet.
You've got
So
2 here.
that's the themes.
I could put 2
Themes and
here, and
rentals
let's
means
say
so
if I
event
rotate this
rentals
90.
is a huge one, huge. So
Hmm.
let's get that in right away.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this here, lift it up
Yeah.
a bit.
Themes,
Just like
event
this.
themes and props. Puts us into a
like
prop
this.
house.
And then you see this here, that's
So then when you click on
Um,
that, then you're gonna be able to see, like, if you click on our buildings, some of the props that we've built, and so
Okay,
we're
so
we're
just
like a
put this
prop
like
house
this.
as well.
now maybe I can move this up a bit, and then I could put one of
Okay.
those here,
Right.
one more
So
here,
then there's gonna be
one
decor.
more here. Now, is that
Props.
too close,
We
or is
already
that
had
like
one that
because
you-
there's space anyways?
Event rentals, we cannot leave out.
That's
That's a
really
big
nice.
double star, because that'll give us tables,
If I move
chairs,
this
and all the
line up
knick-knacky
like
things
this,
that
like this.
go into chair covers, if you're getting married, all the fabrics.
And then here, how did you call
I'll
those
bring it in,
tables?
yeah.
cocktail tables?
So I'll put
Or
this
high
like
top
this.
tables?
Which one would you like? Eye top or cocktail?
And then the last
Let's go
one, let me
cocktail
just go,
tables.
I think that would encompass themes, right? Okay, then we had, there's 2 left from what we are looking at. We have community events and team building. Can you think of some stuff around
Okay.
those?
Awesome.
And then you see if I take this,
Now,
I
community
can line
events
these
in
up with
Canada
this,
and probably the lifeblood in the U.S. is when
and
we think of the
can move
Midwest.
this up.
All these rural
maybe more like
communities
this.
do rodeos, they do summer parties, and it's where industry like Massey Ferguson, they have their harvest
And so I line these
They
things
do
up
these
a bit.
plant, summer plant
And
festivals.
I can move this so that the top is
It's
lined
all
up with this.
community and agricultural
And
based.
I can move
That's
this
one of the
one
things
here
that
so
we
that
had
they
in mind.
kind of line up like this.
Is community
Move
and
Well
like this.
balanced, right, I think.
community events
And I can move these guys
Fairs
here
and
in
rodeos
between
kinda
this.
would be a,
And if I move
now if there's
this,
specific
at the end
searchables
there.
in there that you can narrow it down to. I look forward to your suggestions.
That's good.
okay.
Love it.
And maybe I can move this,
You could.
move this like this.
We produce events that are up to 20,000 people.
Yeah, done all.
Okay.
So like,
I like it when
the
you
thing here is called
Yeah.
Calgary Stampede with their pancake breakfast.
Maybe I would actually put these guys more like
And
this
then let me
here.
see if there's a
You can
picture
even
of
add
the
a
community,
couple
probably
more.
not.
It's
Yeah.
200 people.
Oh, there isn't. Okay.
Now they're dining
yeah,
in this
community
big room
festivals.
here,
Okay,
but I think they'll want to put some cocktail tables in. So yeah, that
we
I think-
do,
something like that.
Yeah,
So under
So you
community,
got-
I
Fairs.
just put JV.
it's called
everyone can
fairs.
watch and observe from. Yeah,
Oops.
And what would you call it when
that's really good.
your
yeah.
town is too small
Yeah.
to have sort of that
So that's how to do this. Now
housing
after that I
fair,
need
but
to
they
save
do
this here. I'll
these,
save this on my desktop.
community
I'll call this,
I
what
always call it
what name would you call this?
A bear.
A
Like you
bear?
have,
Bear
you know, there's the
crop.
Oh,
pie
bear.
kickoffs, and there's going to be
Right,
activities,
yeah,
and so
crop.
our racetrack, our
Crop.
bulls,
floor plan.
Our
plan,
games
yeah.
would be there, and it just creates a small town fair.
Probably don't need it done if you want a date.
Well, I could put a date here.
Who's responsible?
Um, November.
Or 17th.
You can just put you.
That's awesome, then I can get that out to her.
Okay, so now I save that,
Okay.
and then after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna print it.
We
So
don't have any.
like this here, file,
Yeah, you don't have numbers.
print,
So
and I'll
now-
print it
And
to
if there was a word that
PDF.
jumped to mind that would
Oops.
encompass it, the whole
Cancel.
community event, small
Save
town
as
fairs,
PDF.
maybe it
And
is community
then
events, maybe
put this
that is
there.
Community event planning.
So I'm
I
gonna,
can't really
Okay.
even say the deal's entered in high rise, like.
And let's try this here.
And then you
So
see
now
the
we'll
team
see if
buildings
that
And now
works.
the estimate, there's nothing on that because there's no information.
So now that's what that is, and it should be a small file.
What calendar?
okay.
It's 270K, so that's pretty small.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And
Yeah.
get some numbers.
And then I'll email that back to you. So
Okay, great.
I'll go to my email. Let's find.
Question mark.
And so what's the program?
Okay, so we've
Yeah.
covered
It's
pretty
omnigraffle.
wide gamut.
Oh, right.
Now we've got to
Like this
refine it,
here.
right?
Where is it?
Was it 10 or
Like
10 or
this. Omni
15?
Graffle. I don't know why they
10?
called it
Okay.
like that, but.
Okay.
And then if I say here, reply.